With Sports Night, I am Mark Seal. The West Indies selection panel has made 2 changes to the test team for the tour to India next month. Opening batsman Devon Smith is out of favour once again after his latest recall for the recent Bangladesh and Sri Lanka series. Replacing Smith is Sunil Ambrish, who hasn't played international cricket since he broke his arm last December in New Zealand when he made his test debut. Now, also out is Barbadian fast bowler Miguel Cummins, who has been replaced with a spinning option in another Bajan, Jamel Warrican. Warrican last played test cricket over 2 years ago, but he had an outstanding series against England Lions earlier this year for the West Indies A-team. So that full squad reads Jason Holder captain, Ambrish, Devendra Bishu, Craig Brathwaite, Ruston Chase, Shane Dorridge, Shannon Gabriel, Jamar Hamilton, Shimron Hetmeyer, Shea Hope, Alzari Joseph, Kemar Paul, Kieran Powell, Kemar Roach, and Warrican. The Windies will compete against India in 2 tests, starting September 26, before switching to 5 ODIs and 3 T20 internationals. Staying with cricket, the Guyana Amazon Warriors are back in 2nd place of the Hero CPL after defeating hosts St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots at Warner Park last night. The Warriors sent the Patriots into bat and restricted them to 168 for 7 off their 20 overs, with skipper Chris Gayle top scoring with 40, including 4 fours and 3 sixes. Imran Tahir, he took 4 for 22.
Crisp and clean, and will run away for another boundary. Evan Lewis. And goodbye this evening. There's the first maximum. And this has disappeared. Get a hostess on this one. It's out of here.
Oh yeah, here's another one. Making the most of the short boundaries.
Nice. Powerful. Obviously, and gone. Yeah, should be gone, yeah.
After the Carib drinks break. And straight away, here we go. Another celebration. Oh, it's been played nicely. That's Thomas.
Let you go. Or not?
Had to be given, there's no doubt about it. I think he's loving it. And that's been crunched. He's an interesting player, this guy. Ouch. Is it high? No, it's not. Another one.
Yeah, that bottom hand tugs it. Will it be taken? It is.
Like that. That's where it's got to go. It has got to disappear back into the crowd.
Yeah, that's a good finish. There she goes. Hero maximum. Down the ground. And boundary. Nice finish to the innings from Carlos Brathwaite.
The Warriors then used up 19.5 overs to reach the target, scoring 169 for 6 to win by 4 wickets. Player of the match, Sohail Tanvir, top scored with 37 not out, with 2 fours and 3 sixes, while Carlos Brathwaite took 2 for 23.
Loving the fact Tino's here. Oh, and it's going to just sneak over for a Hero maximum. Oh, big shout. With the inside on. Oh, the crowd. Oh, he been
Second bite of the cherry. Ooh, sketch. Taken.
In this over. Oh, beautifully guided. And it ends the power play nicely. Hetmeyer looking out deep and does go all the way.
Got him. They've starved him. For your overseas to come good. Goes big and gets a Hero maximum. Can he finish well? Oh, look at that brilliance!
Well, it's gone high. It's gone high. He's got enough of it. It's a Hero maximum.
Lofted and taken.
His field as well. Oh yeah, that's been muscled. Prime time! Oh, that'll work. It'll run away. Hard surface underneath. It should be out. Is that cutting again? Oh yeah, it is. Game might be over. One more of those. Oh, that should be the game, I'd say. Tampere. Oh, run out. Oh, and 3 run-outs, and there's the win. So Guyana Amazon Warriors have chased them down, and their winning streak against St Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean that is unscathed.
Well, the next game started a few moments ago at Kensington Oval. The Barbados Tridents, well, they've been sent back by the Jamaica Tallawahs. They're 12 for 2 after 2 overs. Coverage is live on MCTV's pay-per-view. Now, there were easy wins for the men's number 2 and number 7 seeds as they moved on to the quarterfinals of the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Monarchs of the Court Road Tennis Tournament. Now, playing last night at the arena on Spring Garden in the round of 16, the number 2 seed, Julian Michael Jackson White, cruised to a comfortable win over Gary Thomas, while the number 7 seed, Anton Lilman Daniel, got the better of David Arundel. Meanwhile, in the women's section, the number 2 seed, Kim Holder, has also booked her spot in the quarters. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports.
We get started with some mixed doubles action. Jaleesa Holder-Vaughan and Dwayne Lynch up against Corey Mears and Caroline Haynes in the far court. Haynes stamping her authority early with the smash, but Holder and Lynch would reply instantly, forcing her form shot into the court, which bounces over Haynes' head. Holder and Lynch going on to take the first by 3, winning 21-18. In the second, Lynch and Holder weren't easing up, applying the pressure. Another smash, Mears and Haynes looking for a cover. Lynch and Holder the better on the night, winning the second set 21-16 and the game 2-0. We move on to women's singles action now. Madeline Blunt versus Gail Ann Edwards in the far court. Edwards with the early moves, a passing shot to Blunt's left, but Blunt had an answer for Edwards, producing the cross-court form shot. Edwards with no chance of replying. Blunt holding on to take this close first set at 19. Blunt was more assertive in the second, wiping out Edwards with a 21-9 sow to take this game 2-0. Next up, men's single action. Number 7 seed Antoine Lilman Daniel versus David Arundel, and Daniel shows his class instantly, passing form shot exquisite. Daniel, a former number 1 seed, came to show his dominance. He goes the net side of Arundel again for the point. Daniel finishing the first in quick fashion, 21-12. Daniel picked up where he left off in the first, back with his trademark form shot. Arundel, not a chance. Arundel not as fancy as Daniel, but applied the basics and got his reward at times. But he was no match for Daniel on the night, taking the second, 21-15, and the game 2-0. Back to some more women's action. Kim Holder, the number 2 seed, with the cross-court dagger to Julia Morris-Young. Holder now applies some pressure on her delivery. Morris with no control on the reply, and it goes long. Easy pickings for Holder. Finesse now, taking the first, 21-15. In the second, Holder was back with her powerful shots. Forehand push, a sight of arrogance associated with that shot. But Morris showed she had some shots in her hand as well, giving Holder a taste of her own medicine. Forehand push, Holder's reply is wayward. Brief highlight in a game filled with dominance by Holder, who takes the second, 21-17, and the game 2-0. Veterans action now. Anderson Seeley versus Winslow Burkett in the far court. Burkett sending early signals of his intentions, forehand passing shot and the dance behind it. The veterans category only plays 1 set, and Burkett went into the switch large and in charge. Cross court this time. Seeley doesn't waste his time trying, but Seeley wasn't going to play dead too long, giving Burkett some of his own treatment, passing shot to his right. Seeley fighting his way back to take the game 21-17. And in the final game, a men's encounter, Julian Michael Jackson White up against Gary Thomas. Jackson forcing the issue early on, and Thomas replies with an unforced error. Goes into the right corner this time, and Thomas can't get his reply in order. Jackson taking the first set 21-10. In the second, it was much easier for Jackson, passing shot to Thomas's right on this occasion. Jackson showing that class is permanent, wrapping up this game with ease, taking the set with a 21-7 sow, and the game 2-0. Akeem Plinkett, CBC Sports.
The Barbados Gems are a perfect 4-0 after defeating St. Vincent and the Grenadines in last night's America's World Cup netball qualifiers at the Wildy Gym. CBC's Kamal Haynes reports.
First quarter, the Bajan Gems in the yellow get things going. Goal shooter Latonia Blackman converts. In a matter of seconds, the Gems were back on the attack, working the ball to goal attack Nikita Pick-up Payne, who finds the net. The Bajan Gems were focused, and it showed. Payne inflicting more pain on her opponents, netting one of her 14 goals from 17 attempts. St. Vincent, when granted the opportunity, made sure they converted to help reduce their deficit. Goal attacks Kitty Crates nets one of her 11. The Gems would end the first quarter leading by 6, 17-11, as Blackman nets another. Second quarter, and Payne resumes proceedings for Barbados. This quarter was more evenly contested between the two sides, with both managing 11 goals each. Things started to look promising for St. Vincent. Goal shooter Marianne Frederick gets one of her 20 from 29. But Barbados maintained their 6-goal lead into the half, 28-22. Blackman, who collected 40 from 15, sinks another. Halftime talks from the coaches certainly impacted Barbados' performance in the final two quarters. Here goal attack Brianna Holder, who was substituted in at the break, finds the net. Barbados managed 15 to St. Vincent's 5 in this quarter. Holder adds another to her 13 on the night. The Gems were also very effective in the defense. Here the goalkeeper intercepts and works the ball up to goal shooter Shanika Wharton, who had a game-high 25 on the night. Final quarter, Barbados leading by 16, 43-27, and check out this play by Holder. The give and go to the center, then passes to Wharton, who adds to the lead. The Gems would go on to win by 35, making it 4 from 4, with a 66-31 victory over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Kamal Haynes, CBC Sports.
The weather possibly prevented Barbados from winning their final game in the regional under-19 one-day tournament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines today. Playing against the Leewards at Park Hill in a match reduced to 20 overs per side due to rain, Barbados under-19s batted first and made 174 for 6. Kehlani Brathwaite top scored with 45 not out with 2 fours and a 6, while Joshua Bishop was unbeaten on 37 with 4 fours, as those two put on 80 for the unbroken 7th wicket. The Leewards in reply were 33 for 4 after 5 overs when more rain came and put paid to the game. Bishop had taken 2 for 15 at that point and Matthew Ford 2 for 17. Meanwhile, Guyana won the championship when they defeated the Windwards by 7 wickets at Arnessville. The Windwards 105 in 33.5, Guyana 106 for 3 in 24.3. And over at Zion Hill, Jamaica defeated Trinidad and Tobago by 4 runs. Jamaica 107 in 42 overs, TNT 103 in 33.3. Back to more road tennis, where Rachel Smith and Curtis Jones are also through to the quarterfinals of the Monarchs of the Court 2018 Road Tennis Tournament after victories in the round of 16. CBC's Kamal Haynes reports.
First match, mixed doubles. The pair of Juliet Worrell and Ashton Blackett in the forecourt up against Samantha Rogers and Ryan Hall. Hall with a powerful backhand to win the point. It was an intense battle between the four with a close score in this first game, but Worrell and Blackett pulled away to take the game 21-16. Second game, and Rogers and Hall came back with vengeance and bounced back from a 7-point deficit, being down 8-1 at one stage to level the match with a 21-17 win. The third game went down to the wire with both teams neck and neck. Here Rogers returns the unplayable. But it all came down to this moment. Match point at 20-19, and Worrell and Blackett proved they wanted a victory more. Blackett with the finisher to take the final game and the match. Second match, Asabi Downey in the forecourt kept the pressure on Carolyn Haynes to take the first game 21-16. Game 2 saw Haynes putting up a fight, but unforced errors saw Downey breaking away to take the game 21-17 and the match to advance. The second mixed doubles match of the night saw the pair of Shireen Ward and Emar Edwards closest to the screen, doing enough to edge Julie Howard and Kamal Collymore in 2 straight games, winning 21-19, 21-14. Match 4 saw number 4 women's seed Rachel Smith in the orange, easily walking over Giselle Fields in the first game. The experience of Smith showed, hardly having to break a sweat, handing Fields a 21-4 so. Second game, as Smith continued from where she left off, constantly breaking through the defense of Fields. Smith handed Fields a double so, winning the game 21-8 to advance to the quarterfinals. This next game between number 5 men's seed Curtis Jones in the white and Ezekiel Ward was more competitive. Ward with the unforced error into the net. Ward bounced back from trailing 9-19 to eventually reduce his deficit to 1, showing he was capable both defensively and offensively. Here he finishes with a left-handed cross-court drive to possibly qualify for one of the plays of the week. However, Jones held on to take the game 21-19. Game 2 and Jones showed his intentions early, keeping Ward busy on the defense to eventually set a powerful forehand drive down the left. Jones would go on to take the second game 21-14 to buck his quarterfinal spot. Kamal Haynes, CBC Sports.
The sport of archery is on the rise here in Barbados, but for most, little to nothing is known on the equipment used to participate at the highest level. So we'll give senior coach of St. Lawrence Archers, Stephen Joseph, some extra time as he describes the recurve bow.
With the recurve bow, this is a more competition style bow. It's a more, we'll call fancy bow. We have the sight, which is, it helps you get to the target. It can vary from left to right or up and down. In layman terms, the better the sight, the better you can actually shoot. The less vibration allows you to shoot. In terms of what you call the limbs, this is what gives you the poundage of the bow. This helps you to make the poundage less, more, make it easier to get to 70 meters, because 70 meters is competition standard in the world. You have to get to 70 meters. The riser can vary. It is just for holding, but it also depends on different style of risers give you different style of shooting also. The riser is the right thing. I'm holding the handle, and it also attached the limbs to give you a better comfort of grip. The things you see at the front here, what you call the centralized system, this is mostly to help you with the wind. You have the sidebars and the long stabilizer. Theory is, the longer the stabilizer, which is the center part, the more it is in the wind. The better it is for the wind is blowing. You can have different brands of stabilizers. It can be a hole stabilizers, it can be the one I have. It varies to the archer.
Here's what's going on tomorrow, August 30th. The America's Netball World Cup qualifier resumes after its day off today with a triple header at the Wildy Gym from 4 p.m. Still though, the Barbados Gems have another night off. And the CPL shifts back to Warner Park in St. Kitts, where the Patriots take on the Stars. It'll be live on TV8 from 6 p.m. Now, due to that CPL coverage, Sports Night will be aired during tomorrow's evening news. I am Mark Seal. Very good night.